Their iconic blue-colored equipment is recognizable on many farms across the country.
We're known for our planters and grain carts.
Products easily spotted in large displays in front of Kinsey's manufacturing hub along Interstate 80 in Williamsburg, Iowa, where the company employs over 500 people, most of them working with one key component.
Steel's obviously the lifeblood of Kinsey, where our factory is essentially a weld house. We cut, burn, shape, form, paint steel.
Steel, which now costs more, the result of a 25% tariff on the material imported from most countries.
When there's a tariff on steel, it cuts right to the core of our fundamental product construction.
President Donald Trump imposed the tariffs with the goal of boosting U.S. steel production and related employment. While there has been a modest benefit to the domestic steel industry, Dix says increased costs are negatively impacting companies like Kinsey.
And those tariffs take their effect on our cost structure, on our profitability for the family, through our employees, and out to our dealers and on to the final customers.
Those customers are mostly U.S. farmers who use Kinsey's products to plant soybean seeds. Soybean exports are now subject to retaliatory tariffs, which have sunk prices and contributed to another year of overall declining income for U.S. farmers. That means many are less likely to purchase the products Kinsey makes.
The market is substantially down. We get a 1-2 punch. We pay more for the product that comes into us and therefore onto the customer, and then we have a reciprocal situation where we can't export what was advantageous to us.
Concerns Dix explained to U.S. Republican Senator Joni Ernst of Iowa, who participated in a roundtable discussion at Kinsey, along with farmers and others in Iowa impacted by tariffs. Ernst says the personal stories she gathers from these meetings go a long way in helping Trump understand the impact on her constituents.
He has a very different negotiating style, so he wants to start with the worst possible scenario and negotiate his way to a good and fair deal. But again, sharing those stories is very important, and yes, it does have an impact. I think the president does listen.
But Dix says 1 year under tariffs has already taken a toll on Kinsey's operations.
We're not really that big, so when I say that this impact has been a 7-figure impact for us in the past year, that's a substantial amount of money.
An amount that so far hasn't been passed on to customers or employees.
We have not actually had any direct layoffs that are attributable to this tariff situation, but we're all tightening our belts.
Kane Fairbaugh, VOA News, Williamsburg, Iowa.